Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Weekly Horoscope from the 5th of January to the 11th of January 2020. And this is for you coming from Gemini. First, let me show you my email address. Here it is. If you need to have a 90-minute session, which will cost you USD $50 to know your next 8 or 9 years, and also that you can get a lot of information, for example, how to reach that supernatural energy that's in you, and how to formulate your own lucky lottery numbers. We'll talk about that later. The fifth Sunday for you is going to be a fabulous morning and afternoon. Your inspiration will be right on top of the hill, and you'll be able to say and do things which go magnificently well. Business planets are also there if you want to connect to the business side or to be out with the people you work with. In any way, you're going to be tops. There is one planet of arrogance also there. So now and then you may have that attitude of showing arrogance. Don't do that. And don't get into the area of arguments. After that, there's nothing more but to enjoy your morning and afternoon in every way. Good news comes. Evening and nightfall, there's a whole gang of planets which make you extremely arrogant, let's put it that way. And you will be a person who will be oversensitive to anything that's being said to you. So you will be a difficult person because I consider this planet negative. So it's best for you to say less and just not to be able to just edge into being oversensitive. Never mind what people say. Don't show your anger or your being unhappy. Don't be too expectant would be the best so that you enjoy yourself. The sixth Monday is going to be a very lucky morning and afternoon. The sixth Monday. And you're going to be very lucky in anything that you try to do, whether in the office, whether in business, whether having lunch with somebody. You are going to be rewarded. So dress well and look good because people are going to look at you expecting something from you in any area of your life. You'll be ever so creative and imaginative, and you'll be able to charm the bird off your tree. So send messages, ask favors in every department, and you'll see you get what you want. These are planets of reward. Evening and nightfall, well, not too bad, but these planets make you moody and oversensitive and very changeable. So you'll be wondering what to do if you're on your own. And if you already have a plan, you'll still make changes here and there. Well, moodiness always is okay with you, but not okay with others because you upset plans already made. So try to control this changeability in you and tell yourself, well, I'm not going to be too expectant in the evening nightfall period. But you're going to do well because some of your wonderful planets of morning, afternoon will be there as well. So dress well and look good. The seventh Tuesday, I don't like. Why? Firstly, in the morning, afternoon, you can be cheated or let down or disappointed, whether in the job, whether in the business, whether having lunch with somebody, whether anywhere. And accidents can also take place if you're driving and be on the road. And accidents are not only on the road. When you're running up and down the stairs, you also can have accidents. So things like that are going to happen. So upsets are going to be created everywhere. Well, you don't want to take the lead because somebody's going to cop the blame. So you want to be part of a team so that you can get advice. Do it that way in job, in business, everywhere, and you'll be safer. And drive carefully. Evening, nightfall, I have to say, it gets a bit worse. Now the planets of disappointment are all there with outstretched arms waiting for you. So what do you do? Well, if you don't have to be out, don't be out. Stay in the safety of your own environment, your own home with the people you know. And that way you'll be safer. But if you have to be out, tell yourself, rule number one, don't be expectant. Don't dominate. Don't be stubborn. Don't show disappointment. Once you show that, then the upsets will start. And the planets of the morning, afternoon are also there. So you could be cheated and misled as well. Not a good evening, nightfall at all. The 8th Wednesday is going to be a 24 hours of good luck for you. In the morning and afternoon, planets are moving along very steadily. You need to be patient for the results they give you. Be patient. Hour by hour, these planets in the morning and afternoon, they're unfolding. They're creating a plan to get you doing something good. So keep in touch with the group of people you can get anything from, for the job, for the business. anything for the one you are interested in, somebody you knew from the past that you want to reconnect. So things are going to go well, whether in your office or whether in business. Be patient. Evening and nightfall planets start to move fast, and now you can get rewards very quickly. You can get the answers and the results of things to your favor very quickly. So you have to reply your messages, move very fast with the times in the evening nightfall, and go out and about with this kind of wonderful day. Evening and nightfall, the planets of unexpectedness are there. So you're going to meet people unexpectedly that are good for you. That's the wonderful thing about it. Go out and have a good time. Be adventurous. These are the adventurous planets. And you will definitely even bump into people who are going to be very helpful for you. The ninth Thursday, it starts with a very angry morning and afternoon. These are what I call the planets of anger. And what do? Well, their duty is to make you angry one way or another. So when you can, I've already warned you or I've already alerted you. So watch out in the morning, afternoon, that situations will somehow move towards how you should be disappointed and made angry. So tell yourself, rather than take the lead in the morning, afternoon of the ninth Thursday, be part of a team, lie low, which simply means let others make the decision, because when you do it, you just attract confrontation very fast, and that will lead to arguments. Evening nightfall turns the opposite. So lucky for you. You may find all these solutions you couldn't find in the morning, afternoon. And the people who didn't like you in the morning, afternoon will love you in the evening, nightfall. Like this is a kind of a day. It's all about aura. You have a magnificent aura in the evening, nightfall. Dress well and go to places that you expect to meet people, to better your job, to better your business, to find a romance, to be happy with them. You'll do that magnificently in the evening, nightfall. And the sense of communication and the sense of marketing skills are going to be superb. You could charm a bird of a tree in this evening and nightfall of the ninth Thursday. The 10th Friday, there's a whole cluster of planets, and they are called ego planets. And so your ego is going to be overstretched and bigger than your head, if I may say. And these ego planets are not the best for you. We all have good ego planets and bad ego planets. These are the not very good ego planets who tend to make you a perfectionist. You've got to have things your way. That's no good. So I've alerted you to that. So tell yourself little bits of disappointment in the morning, afternoon, whether in the office, whether in the business, whether people not calling you back, whether people or anything like that. Don't take it to heart. Don't consider it a rejection. Consider that something may be difficult for them, and so forth. And so be magnanimous and just accept what you can't get on Thursday, Friday morning and afternoon. Evening and nightfall turns wonderful for you. The planets of reward are there, the planets of creativity are there, and the planets who will make you to be found attractive by others are there. So you have to be out in the evening nightfall, whether for the sake of getting business, whether for the sake of winning friendship, whether for the sake of getting a better deal where you work. Just think about it, be realistic, and more than that, be materialistically minded. And you're going to get plenty in the evening nightfall period. One of these arrogant planets will make its way slowly there in the evening nightfall. Once in a while, you'll be oversensitive to what's said. Just quieten these planets down by saying, never mind, I want to have a good time. 11th Saturday, it's a water day. In the morning, afternoon, things and plans are changing very fast. So you have to be careful. So I rather you don't be in the organizing committee of anything. Tell yourself, let others organize things. I'll just move along with them quietly and have a good time in the morning, afternoon. And if you're working in the morning and afternoon, or doing business in the morning, afternoon, be careful that the deadlines you have may go missing or they may fail, because you'll have a lot of emotional things on your mind. So if you're not doing anything, that's fine. But it's also a little bit of disappointment here and there. So if things don't go your way, just take it to heart. Don't take it to heart and tell yourself, never mind. Evening and nightfall gets a bit worse. Now these are nasty planets, the planets of treachery, I call them. They can create accidents of every kind. Accidents are not only physical, they can be emotional, they can be verbal, they can be mental. So something you say and do is going to just make everything go very bad. So say and do less. If you don't have to be out, it's even better, because some of these planets can create an accident on the road or anywhere else. And basically, you're going to be disappointed in the evening nightfall. So this sort of an evening nightfall is better to just stay home with the environment you are knowing. When you are in an environment that you can control, the exposure to risk will be less. So do that for this evening nightfall. Stay home. Well, I have a 90-minute session. And during this 90 minutes, I'm going to talk to you about your next 8 or 9 years, age by age, calendar year by calendar year. And that's going to be based on your date of birth, your time of birth, and looking at your palms. And I will be able to get everything nicely sewn up for you, because I'm going to show you how to reach that inner fantastic energy that you have. Some call it the soul, some call it the guide, some call it that aura that we have can be put on light. And I'll show you how to do that. People in the world who are so famous and so lucky and so happy and so wise, they can't do it on their own. We human beings can't even communicate to planets, let me tell you. It's that soul, that guide, or that force of energy in us that does it. And I'll show you how to connect to it. And I'll help you formulate your own personal lucky lottery numbers. I'll show you how to do that. And these energies from the universe, the lucky colors, the lucky gemstones, the lucky days, the lucky directions, I'll show them how you can get all these under your control to make your next 8 or 9 years just fabulous for yourself. So here's my email again. Let me show that to you. Here it is. And so send me an email, ask me the questions you want. And remember that this will cost you USD $50. Until then, thank you and goodbye.